Greetings, children of the screen, your friendly neighborhood nerd scum here once again, coming at you with another Quick Thoughts video. This time focusing in on Murder Falcon #1 by Daniel Warren Johnson and Mike Spicer. So we open up this issue with the city being attacked by a giant monster and the introduction of my boy Jake, who drives a kick-ass but beat-up old van, and he brings the metal. However, that is not actually where the story starts. Cut to 2 weeks earlier, where Jake comes home, drops his keys down, and takes a look at his old busted-up guitar, when all of a sudden a monster appears in his frickin' apartment. So he grabs up the busted guitar, ready to use it as a weapon, when suddenly it's infused with some kind of crazy power, and he looks down, and it is completely restored, and then in front of him, there is a giant Birdman with a cybernetic arm who's demanding that he play. He's like, play what? And he's like, play anything. And he introduces himself as Murder Falcon. And at that point, Jake hits like an E chord, and all of a sudden it powers up Murder Falcon, and he just starts beating the crap out of the monster. And that is how this works. Murder Falcon shows up whenever there's a monster who needs pummeling, and Jake just plays his frickin' heart out. He brings the metal. He just jams till his frickin' bones bleed. Back in the present, Jake rocks a monster mamma jam, giving Murder Falcon the power he needs to unload fist of 1,000 frickin' suns on this monster, completely destroying it with a kaboom and saving the city. Later, Jake and Murder Falcon share a brewski on top of Jake's van, totally rocking out as they overlook a body of water with a demon sticking out of it, who apparently has always been there but has never actually moved. And they commiserate over the idea of them basically ridding the world of these demons and saving the world, but Jake says that how is he supposed to help anyone when he's so messed up himself? To which Murder Falcon tells him, by doing what you do best. So tell me, Jake, will you help me? Will you help me get your band back together? And that is where this issue leaves us off. The artwork in this book, guys, is awesome. Johnson and Spicer have worked together a few times before. Specifically, last year they put out Extremity, which was one of my favorite books that came out last year. Spicer's art style is very detail-oriented. However, he also employs a lot of caricature-type tactics to kind of like draw your eye in and make the book like easier to engage with. And the way that Spicer does the coloring for the book really makes all that detail stand out and pop, while also really helping like distinguish like each layer of what's happening and move you through the narrative. Like, the combination of the two together, in my mind, there are few teams that can really beat it in terms of just creating like a fun, popping, moving story. And the artwork in this book absolutely does this. It is absolutely awesome. Likewise, guys, the writing in this book is great. Daniel Warren Johnson has a great way of doing like quirky and fun stuff without ever losing like the emotional oomph. Now, I left a lot of stuff about this story out because I want you guys to go pick it up. It is a great story. And one of the things that I really love is just the kind of metaphor that is the embodiment of Murder Falcon. Like, basically, Jake walks in and he looks at his old busted guitar, like the symbol of his pain and all the things that he's lost, as well as like the man he used to be. And then a monster appears, a demon, if you will, appears in his apartment, and then Murder Falcon shows up and demands that he play, which is so fantastic. Basically, just the idea of like using rock and roll, or using metal in this particular instance, using music, using something that you love, an art form that you love, that you can pour all your emotions into, that you can, like, your love and your hate and your anger and your rage and everything, and you can use that as your battlefield to fight your demons. And like, the harder you play, the harder that you do that thing that you love, like, the better you can make the world. Like, you can actually take your pain and your grief and your emotions and turn them into something that can change the world. And that is a really awesome metaphor that is worked into this badass book that on the surface just seems about like a Birdman and a rock and roll dude beating the shit out of some monsters. It's awesome. In conclusion, guys, I highly recommend this book. It was absolutely awesome. The artwork is dope, the writing is great, and when you put them together, it was just like a fun yet also heartbreakingly emotional experience for me. So this week, this book is going to be getting 4 out of 5 GGs, a definite recommend. And remember, the only reason I don't give 5 GGs is because I don't do that until the book is over. Otherwise, this would be getting 5 GGs. This is a perfect first issue. If you did not pick up Murder Falcon this week, what the hell are you doing? Go buy Murder Falcon. And right on, children of the screen, that's all I got for you today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and share it with some friends. Also, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe and hit that little bell so you can get updates on all the dope content I'll have coming out in the future. Furthermore, guys, if you'd like to follow me on Instagram or Twitter, I will have the link for that in the description below. Thank you very much, children of the screen. I hope you all have a good one. Nerd Scum, out. Go buy Murder Falcon. Do it. Do it now. Get off the couch. Get out of your chair. Go buy Murder Falcon. Do it. Do it. Do it. Murder Falcon. Murder Falcon.